Hi, Kayla. I did something on my own, which was a scary thing to do. I went to a Linocut workshop, and Linocut is cutting linoleum. So here's a block of wood, and it has linoleum on the top, and what I did was I carved it out. And so I'm going to ink it while I am talking to you and telling you about things I was thinking about making videos about. But I have a lot of ideas and none of them quite fleshed out. So I'm sitting here in the at the dining room table, and I'm gonna ink a lino block while I talk. I was going to talk about that experience of still finding myself, figuring out who I am and what I do and things like that. And I was going to talk about how these videos, working on these and doing something creative and all of that, the process of learning and all of that makes me feel more creative and want to do other creative things, like going back to doing some wood or block carving, linoleum. I'm not carving wood. This is supposed to sound like bacon frying. It doesn't really, but I think it's inky enough. Anyway, I was going to talk about how I feel like I've got all these ideas now that I'm doing something creative, and I like that a lot because it feels like I'm being myself more than just sitting on the couch watching British shows and vlogs and things like that without and eating chocolate. That would be myself instead of watching Buffy and all of that. I would sit and watch British murder mysteries and YouTube and eat chocolate. But doing something creative is great, and I like this feeling. Then I was going to talk about how yesterday was my dad's birthday, so we went to Cottonwood Falls, and it's a lovely little town. And the part that I wanted to talk about is that Brian and I took the road less traveled. We went down a scenic highway to see, just as our trip. And that was just really interesting. And also, Matfield Green, doesn't that sound like a lovely place? Like a perfect little village out in the middle of nowhere, which is what it is, and that's kind of cool. So we happened to cross Matfield Green. And then I also wanted to talk about how it's autumn now, and I love the fall. It's my favorite season, not just because it's birthday season. I was going to show you that. Anyway, it's not just because it's birthday season, but I just love the fall. I love the squirrel time where you start saving things up and cooking and baking, and then also the cleaning things out and all of that. And then this morning, in the process of getting this ready, I found presence of mice, evidence of the presence of mice, not actual mice, and that is depressing. Anyway, I then realized all I really want to do is make this picture for you, and so I've inked it, and you've sort of been able to see what I'm doing, but I really want a video camera. So the lighting isn't all weird, and so I can show you what I'm doing. But anyway, I made this because it's for us, the book and the bird, and I will send you one, and I am still learning this process and all of that, but I really like it. This is what the stamp looks like once it's inked, because you can't really see anything on it before it's been inked. So yeah, here's what I've done this morning, and those are a few of my random rambly thoughts that none of them fleshed out, and so I just put them all in there, and I will see you sometime soon.